Hello there everybody and welcome to another Gen 1 in Gen 5 Wi-Fi battle against the TheGameDreamer. This time, basically I just picked different Pokemon. Okay, just trying to make things interesting. And yeah, first battle was something really incredible. Some of you guys really liked it, so I was like, let's give it another shot. This time I'm leading with my Snorlax, I have an Electrode, I have Golduck with Amnesia. As you know, Amnesia doesn't work the same way as it used to do back in Gen 1. This time it only boosts your special defense, but I wanted to use it just for the memes. I have a Golem. With this Golem there's a problem. I forgot to give it Rock Slide, so it still has Stone Edge. So I'm not gonna be using Stone Edge. It's gonna be breaking the rules, so yeah, Stone Edge didn't exist in Gen 1. I have Moltres and Hypno, so looking at Dreamer's sim, wow, he has threats, big threats. So again, the duel disc is on, it's time to duel, and he's gonna lead with his Jinx, and I'm gonna lead with my Snorlax. I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna put me to sleep. I mean, it's typical nonsense that these players like to do these days, so I'm just gonna send in Hypno, and I'm gonna abuse a Gen 5 ability, even though this is supposed to be a Gen 1 battle. And yeah, it's funny because I also have Rest on my set and I'm not gonna be able to use it because of my ability, so it's a good and bad thing at the same time. So I was trying to paralyze the Jinx. He decided to switch into his Fearow, which is gonna get paralyzed instead, which is really good actually, paralyzing Fearow. A fast threat, so yeah. So I'm gonna switch into Golem. He's gonna predict the switch into Golem actually. Really nice move by him. He's gonna Toxic on the switch in. That's gonna hurt me big time. I mean, yeah. We're gonna get those residual damage every turn. And now I'm like, okay. He's probably gonna switch out, so I'm gonna send in Hypno again. And let's see what he wants to do. He's gonna switch. I mean, Fearow in Gen 1 cannot do anything. Drill Run didn't exist. So he's gonna switch into his Starmie, and I'm like, okay, I could Thunder Wave, I could Toxic, but this thing has Natural Cure. Starmie is definitely one of the best Pokemon for this format. But I really should have Thunder Waved, because I could have paralyzed this Moltres, but it's whatever. I decided to hard switch into my Electrode, and yeah, he doesn't want to take the electric move, he's gonna go into Rhydon, and we are gonna predict that, and we're gonna go for our own Toxic too. So that's really good. I feel like this time our team is a bit weaker than the opponents, but we'll try our best. So anyways, I'm gonna switch. I don't want to lose Electrode so far, so I'm gonna send in Golem, and at the same time I was like, okay, I don't have any real use for Golem, because again, Stone Edge, I cannot use it. I can't. And he's gonna Earthquake, and that's gonna be a clean one hit KO, which surprised me. I thought Golem could have at least taken one, but he didn't. So the Golem, with his futuristic move, is gonna actually go down, and I'm gonna send in Golduck. And I just wanna go for the Amnesia, just for the sake of it. Just go for the sake of it. Amnesia, let's go, like in the good old days of Gen 1. In Gen 1, Amnesia boosts the special twice, but in the newer gens, it only boosts, you know, the special attack and special defense splits happen, so it only boosts the special defense. Even though I'm +2 special defense, I cannot stay in because I don't have anything to hit Starmie with. This Starmie is actually a problem. And it's gonna become even more of a problem because I'm gonna send in Snorlax, which is supposed to take special hits well, but it's gonna get a crit and score a paralysis from the Thunderbolt. Ah, Dreamer, every time you have to hex us, every time, don't you? Every time. I'm not even gonna say anything. Whatever, man. Do your thing. It's whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go for Thunderbolts. You have never seen Snorlax using Thunderbolts before, but there you have it. My man has the coverage. It's not enough to take down the Fearow, but it's low in health, and I don't want to lose it so far, so I'm gonna send in Electrode. Hopefully he's gonna go for a Flying type attack. But no, he just went for the powerful Double Edge, and that's gonna do a lot of damage. Electrode doesn't have the best defenses out there, and the Fearow will drop to the recoil. yeah, Electrode luckily survived. He's gonna send in the man, which is his Rhydon, and I was like, okay, let's just stay and go for that big Hyper Beam. Just try to do as much damage as possible. It's not stab, it's resisted, and Electrode doesn't have the best special attack as well. It's, yeah. And the Rock Slide will be able to finish off the Electrode at that point. But Rhydon is at, you know, more than half his HP, so that's good. Gonna send in Golduck. I'm gonna predict the Starmie to come in. I don't have anything that it can hit it, so I'm gonna try to do as much damage as possible with Hydro Pump. And yeah, just get damage. I want to damage the Starmie. I just want to damage the Starmie. So there's the Hydro Pump, and it will miss. Typically, super typically, in comes the Psychic, Stab Psychic. And yeah, it's gonna do over half. There's the Hydro Pump. Let's see how much it's gonna do. It's resisted, but yeah, it did a decent amount. So if we actually hit the first one, we could have gotten some damage, maybe forced him to recover, but the game was like, no, you're gonna miss and you're gonna suck. So Golduck will drop, and now I have to go back into my Snorlax. And yeah, Starmie is just too much, man. Like, what can you do? It's just too good for this format, I believe. So in comes the Moltres, and I'm gonna go for Ice Beam. I actually predicted the Rhydon to come back, but yeah, it didn't happen. So I'm actually gonna switch into my own Moltres, because I also have a Moltres on my team, and he's gonna go, I believe, for the Fire Blast, and that's stab. I resist it, but let's see how much it's gonna do, and let's see whose Moltres is gonna come out victorious. The Fire Blast did a decent amount, which is really good. He's gonna win another Speed Tie, and of course he's gonna hit again. Let's see how much damage it's gonna do again. And yes, it did a lot of damage. Come on, Moltres, hit! We did manage to hit. Now we only need to win the next Speed Tie, because I know Hyper Beam will finish off this Moltres at this range, but never mind, he will win another Speed Tie. Every time there's something you cannot deal with in this game. It doesn't matter, it's not about skill, it's about luck. And there's nothing that you can do about it. So Snorlax will go for the Thunderbolts, as he had to recharge, and at that range the Moltres will drop. And I believe he has 2 Pokemon left, 3, I'm not sure. He has his Rhydon. I believe we can take whatever with our Hypno, and since we are faster than a Rhydon, we can just finish him off, especially with the poison damage. So let's go for it. Let's switch into Hypno. He's gonna go for Earthquake, and let's see how well we're gonna be able to take it. Remember, we are at full HP, and all our HP will go down because it was another crit. Congratulations. What can I tell you guys? What can I tell you? We only have Snorlax left. Let's try to at least take out this Rhydon, right? At least Rhydon. So he's gonna go for Earthquake. I believe it's gonna be a 2 KO at this range. We do have the Ice Beam, and we got fully paralyzed. We survived the hits, but we got fully paralyzed. Sometimes the game just doesn't want you to do anything. Even though you're through at disadvantage, the game just wants you to go down further in the mud, and that's gonna be the game. So good game, Dreamer. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys still enjoy this format, Gen 1 and Gen 5. As I said last time, stay tuned for more Gen 1, real Gen 1 and real Gen 5. And yeah, stay tuned for more, and have a wonderful day. Allons-y.